Just by chance, we heard about your kindergarten about to open up, and we thought, okay, we might give the talk a try. We see what it's all about, because we weren't happy with where we were either, so we give it a try. And I was sitting through the talk, and with this list of hopes in my head, I had this whole list of requirements that I was looking for. Having grown up overseas, I would have this whole image of what a kindergarten should be. What I'd like to give my child, what I'd like them to experience in their childhood. I think I was having this really elaborate list that I was going one by one, checking off every single one of them as you were talking through your talk. I thought, hey, this is it. I thought, why bother with all the, going to 2 schools and, and not even knowing what the school is giving the child. You were going through your talk and you were telling me with confidence that you can do this. You know what it's all about. You've been there. You know what's wrong with this education system, and you've been overseas, and you know what you can bring from overseas and apply it to this system and make it work. Many parents ask me, well, you're just leaping in, you're taking a leap of faith. A leap of faith so big that if you go into it, it might lead you several years down, it might lead you to somewhere, it might lead you to a dead end, and parents are telling me. And I was saying, hey, but how would you know? Because I'm thinking, I've been going through tens and many different kindergartens, and none of them have convinced me that they can do it. They have all these slogans, they have all these ideals, and here's ABC Pathways telling me exactly what they're going to do, and exactly how they feel, and exactly how they know they can achieve this. So I took the leap of faith, and I've never regretted it since. After several months at ABC, she would come home and tell us about school, which never happened before. She would take things from home and we'd ask her why. Why are you taking this toy or this drawing? Why are you taking it to school? And she'd say, this is for sharing with everybody. This is for telling the teachers what we do at home. Okay, so, and this is the initiative she would take. It's a first, and I think she got that from this school. Is to be proactive and take initiative in doing things, and not be afraid, and have this confidence that's from within. And not only from within, it's a desire to have something to show. It's a desire to learn, and after you've learned something, it's the desire to share. I think this is something that the school encourages, and not only encourage, I think the results show. I think she is interested in learning. I think she's found joy in learning, which is very important. I think she's made us feel joy, and she's let us have joy in parenting, because we see her having this development, having all these progress. We feel joy as well. I think we are very proud of what she's achieved in school, and we think this is all because of the school, how the school encourages her, and yeah, I think it's no mistake, this is the right choice. She's found passion in doing homework. She comes home, and before we as parents come home from work, she would have done 50% of her homework already, because she's found joy in doing it. She's found joy in doing it by herself, and not only that, she's gained the ability to do it by herself. She understands the work. It's apparent that she's been doing this similar tasks at school, and she's grasped the concept already, which is great, and she knows how to apply the concept. I think this is very important. So when she returns home before we do, she would take a seat by the table by herself, taking initiative to do so, and with no fuss, she would sit quietly and go through as much as she could. She would leave behind the ones she didn't understand, and she would very proactively, once we walk in the door, and say, "Baba, we finished. I finished so much. Please help me with the rest. I want to finish it all by today. This is what we hear every day, every homework day that is, because we get homework every Friday, and she would complete it all by Saturday latest, because she enjoys the homework so much. My advice to parents who are thinking about coming to ABC, I think just let the school do what the school does best. I think they know what they're doing. I think you will see the results very, very quickly. Why do I say that? It's because I'm a first-time father. I know nothing about how to raise a kid. I'm starting from scratch. But the school gives me so much confidence. I'm not scared going forward, even if I don't make it into a so-called A-list primary school. I'm not scared because the school's telling me that they know how to build foundations. They know how to build foundations in language, in numbers, in Chinese. So I'm not worried. My daughter's going through K1, but I feel that she's building habits, which I think are very important. She's building habits in learning. She's finding passion in it. She's building habits in homework, which I think is very important. Based on what kind of system we have in Hong Kong, you can't just have happy everything and then no homework. But she's found a passion in doing homework, which is amazing. Even though some parents might say, "Oh no, homework. You have two groups of polarizing groups," and one would say, "Hey, why no homework? You gotta do homework. You gotta do as much homework as possible. Otherwise, how else are you gonna be in line with primary school?" And then you have this other group who would say, "Hey, those are tiger moms and dads. Why push your child so hard?" But I think the answer is in the middle. I think it's not a compromise. I think if your child finds learning a fun process and homework, even if you find a passion in that, which I think ABC has encouraged my child to achieve, I think there's no fear in going forward. I think if you build the habits of your child in the right direction, you can sit them down for an hour and they would be happy to go through and find it challenging to do homework, and maybe even reading books. They would find a happy task, or even, for example, my child would say, "Let's read 3 books before we go to sleep," and she would read it to me. It's not like I'm having to read it to her and she doesn't even want to listen, but she's so proactive. She's found so much passion in learning and reading. It's so apparent. It's never there before. So this is one of the greatest achievements, and what I would recommend other parents to take sort of a leap of faith. It's not a leap of faith. It's knowing what you want for your child, and knowing what your child needs, and knowing that ABC can take care of this and make the whole process so happy and smooth, and transition your child so smoothly into the system. It's building this faith that I have now, which was never there before, which is what I had before was totally opposite. It's like this big daunting task, education in Hong Kong. This is totally different now. If you build the habits, if the school continues to build the habits that I'm seeing my child build, I think she's going to be very okay going forward.